Previously, the storm broke across the ridge. Nyah Dreadblade and Kael Amani descended toward the fortress where betrayal first found her name. What began as vengeance had become something heavier, truth buried in stone, waiting to be unearthed. Now, the ruin calls again, and not only to them. Episode 2. The Ruin's Gate.
The storm followed them down the slope, swallowing the horizon in gray. The ruin rose taller with each step, its broken walls black against the sky. Stone pillars jutted from the earth like bones of an ancient beast, half swallowed by moss and centuries of silence. Nyah's boots struck the stones with iron certainty. She carried her sword low at her side, blade trailing rivulets of rain. Beside her, Kael's movements were quiet but sure, his eyes scanning every ridge and shadow, every crack where silence might hide danger. The gate came into view, a jagged arch of collapsed stone, its iron doors long gone. Where banners once fluttered, only tatters of rusted chains clung to the rock. Kael slowed. The air here was different, still despite the storm. He crouched, pressing his palm to the mud. Beneath the fresh rain, he felt impressions, shallow but recent. Boot prints, half erased.
We're not alone.
From the shadows beyond the gate, steel rang against stone. The first answer from the ruin came not in words, but in the scrape of blades being drawn. The scrape of steel faded into silence again, as if swallowed by the ruin's hollow throat. Nyah's blade stayed raised, her stance steady, but her eyes shifted to Kael. The stormlight caught the scar at his temple, turning it pale as bone.
You knew they'd be here.
Kael's silence stretched. He kept his gaze on the arch's shadow, jaw set. Rain dripped down his cheek like sweat. Nyah took a slow step toward him, sword still angled outward.
I've seen that look before. Not in you, but in men who march for kings.
Kael's hand hovered at his satchel, the letter pressed against him like a brand. He almost reached for it, almost drew it out, but his fingers curled away. Not here, not now.
I know how they move, that's all.
Nyah's eyes narrowed. Lightning split the sky, bathing them both in white.
That scar of yours, earned watching or serving.
Kael's lips pressed thin. He could almost smell the old campfires, hear the voice of the general barking orders, feel the weight of the cloak he once wore with pride. The same man whose strategies still haunted these ruins. He forced his voice to remain steady.
It doesn't matter who I served. I'm here now, with you.
For a moment, Nyah's grip on her sword tightened. Her breath came sharp, like she might drive the point through his chest, rather than the shadowed arch. Then, slowly, she exhaled.
If you lie to me, Kael, this ruin won't need to kill you.
The words hung heavier than the storm. Kael didn't flinch. He let the truth stay buried, where it had always been. Instead, he shifted, stepping closer to the dark of the archway.
Then let me walk ahead.
Nyah's eyes flickered, green glow reflected in the rain streaking his face. Her silence this time was an answer. Kael passed beneath the arch. The ruin breathed around him, walls whispering, stones creaking as if old voices stirred awake. Every step felt like walking deeper into his own past. The sigil on his cloak brushed against the stone, leaving a streak of wet ash where the threads caught. Behind him, Nyah followed. Her presence was a flame, bright, unyielding, burning against shadows that had no name. And still, from the dark, the faintest scrape of a blade against stone returned. Closer this time. The ruin was waiting.
The last echo of steel faded, leaving only rain and the hollow breath of the ruin. Where silence once ruled, something new stirred. Distant voices, half human, half memory, whispering through the cracks. Nyah's hand tightened on her sword. Kael's gaze lifted to the broken tower ahead, where faint light pulsed once, then vanished. Whatever awaited them inside, it was no longer a ruin. It was awake. and it remembered her name. Next, Episode 3. The Ruin Awakens.